there, this is Dimensional Analysis video part 2. So here you can see this problem. This is the homework problem that I gave you after the first video, and I wanted to show you what the answers are so you would know how to do it. Well, so the question is, you're traveling 72 miles an hour. How fast is this in meters per second? Meters per second equals, and that's where you put the number I give you, 72 miles per hour. Now notice how I wrote this. I wrote this in the fact that I made the division line up and down. You don't want to do it this slanty way, so you can see the slanty part. You don't want to do it the slanty way because that's not going to be helpful at all. We want to do it in the up and down sort of way. So you have a top and you have a bottom. Okay, so now if you take a look at what we got going on here, I've got miles on top and I'm trying to get it into meters. So that's one problem I have. The other thing I have going on here is I have hours on the bottom and I want to get into seconds. So I really have two problems in one. So I'm going to solve one problem at a time. I'll do miles because it's on top. So I have miles on top, so I want to put miles on the bottom. That way the units cancel. And I want to try to go from miles into meters in some way. Well, if I look at my hint, boop, I can go from miles into kilometers or kilometers. So I'm going to do that first. It says that 1 kilometer is equal to 0.621 miles. Okay, now I'm in kilometers. Now I got to multiply and get kilometers on the bottom, that way they'll cancel. And I'm trying to get to meters, so I'll put meters on top. Kilo means 1,000, which means there's 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. Okay, I've officially gotten into meters and meters. That's what I wanted, so I'm good there. Now I've got to figure out my hour situation. I got to get my hours into seconds. So I'll multiply over here. I got to get rid of my hours, so I'll put that on top. Hours on top, hours on bottom, they cancel. And I'm going to go from hours into minutes, because I don't know exactly hours into seconds, or I'm going to do it in 2 steps. I know that in 1 hour there's 60 minutes. So multiply it again by something. Well, I'll put minutes on top. That way the minutes will cancel, top and bottom. And I'll put seconds on the bottom. I know 1 minute has 60 seconds. So now I've got seconds on the bottom, which is exactly what I want, seconds on the bottom. So at this point, I've just got to push all the buttons in my calculator. I got my calculator right here. So I'm going to put in 72, divided by 0.621, hit enter, times by 1,000, hit enter, divided by 60, hit enter, divided by 60, hit enter. My calculator spit out 32.20611 something. So now I got to think about how many sig figs that I want. Okay. All of these numbers here are conversion factors, so they have infinite sig figs. This number here has 2 sig figs, so I want 2 sig figs in my answer. 32. I'm going to keep it, so 32 meters per second is my final answer. 32 meters per second. Okay, that's my first problem I wanted to talk to you about. Ooh. My second problem is hiding right in here. Ooh. Here it is. Okay. You have a box with dimensions of 6.2 meters by 4.3 meters by 1.1 meters, which gets you a volume of 29 meters. This is actually to the third. The third should go up here. So meters to the third is what it looks like. How many liters of water will this box hold? Okay, so question mark liters is my real question. How many liters of water is in 29 meters cubed? What? By a fraction. All right, here we go. I've got my setup. I know what I want to get to, liters. I know that I'm in meters cubed. And I've got a lot of different hints in here to help me out. So I'm going to put meters cubed on the bottom so that they cancel. Okay, I'm in meters cubed. Now I'm going to think about what I can kind of get myself closer to. I'm trying to get to liters. Well, over here is centimeters cubed. That's going to be useful. So I'm going to move myself from meters cubed into centimeters cubed. I know that a centi means 100. There are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. I'm going to take a little time out and look at this a little closer. So there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Now that's just looking at lengthwise. This is a volume though. So if you cube the unit, you have to cube the number. If I cube the centimeters, I have to cube the number. So there's not just 100 centimeters in there's not just 100 cubic centimeters in 1 cubic meter. There are 100 cubed centimeters cubed in 1 meter cubed. If you cube or put to the third the units, you have to put to the third the number. So technically this is 1 to the third, but 1 to the third is still just 1, so it's kind of, you don't have to do that. But there you go. Okay, let's keep going here. I'm now in centimeters cubed, so I'm going to get rid of that and put that on the bottom. According to my conversion factor here, I see a centimeter cubed is equal to 1 milliliter, so it's 1-to-1 ratio. You might be thinking, do I have to do that unit? Yeah, you have to show the unit switch. I have to know that you know what you're doing. So yes, at this stage you do. Now I've got to get out of milliliters, and I'm trying to get to liters this whole time. So I'm going to put liters on top. Milliliters cancel, liters on top. I know milli means 1,000, so 1,000 milliliters is in 1 liter. Boom! I'm going to bust out my calculator here. 29 times 100 times 100 times 100. Divide by 1, multiply by 1. Okay, and then divide by 1,000. My calculator spits out 29123. You can put that in scientific notation or not. That's totally up to you. Taking a look at my sig figs. I have 2 sig figs in my front number, so I want 2 sig figs in my end number. 29,000 is 2 sig figs. So I just need to put some ending units on there. Liters. 29,000 liters is equal to 29 meters cubed. That's the trickiest kind of dimensional analysis problem that we'll be doing. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions, let me know.